Okie dokie, artichokes. Welcome back to some expectation versus reality. Starting off with number 19, better than the SpongeBob one. I must have missed the SpongeBob one, but I mean, that looks right, doesn't it? It seems like they did it properly. You were expecting it to not be proper, and then it actually was. It looked like the image. It's pretty cool. I mean, I guess that the outlines are a little bit faint, but that could be due to the lighting. It's in the shade. You don't get as much contrast that way. We started off here on one where it's just like, oh, cool, it turned out as it was supposed to. Isn't that great that sometimes the world doesn't have misleading advertising? All right, 18. I'm looking for terribleness here, okay? I tried my best on the cookies. Yeah, try harder next time. Probably what it would look like if I tried this, but you know, here's the other problem is you don't have any different colors on this. It's just all the same thing. So what you should have done is you should have, you know, added the white parts here for the noses and the little pink cheeks, but maybe when you baked the whole thing and it came out just looking mega inflated, you're just like, you know what, I give up. I'm not gonna do the decorations. There's nowhere that is not gonna improve how it looks at all. This bear right here though, doesn't look half bad. The one next to it, you just kind of focused on the one that just went way off. And that one doesn't even have a face, but it could have been worse. I think we nailed this. It's Clyde the Caterpillar Cake Kit. Wow, you even did this from a cake making kit. You weren't supposed to be able to mess this one up, but you managed to. It's okay, Clyde's just been digging a little more through the dirt than perhaps initially intended. There's dirt all over the sides. It's kind of looks like a little bit of a goblin. Kind of looks like Play-Doh. Like, I don't really feel like eating Play-Doh, and just it gives me that impression. I realize it's probably fondant. Also, the fondant's not very tasty, and there looks to be a lot of it there. All right, hope it didn't ruin the birthday. I expected a freeze-dried real strawberry. Instead, I got a powdery strawberry-flavored space rock for my breakfast cereal. What in the world is that? With real tasty strawberries. Featuring a large chunk of powdery stuff that might have once been a strawberry and then got distilled down into artificial powder, freeze-dried. You know, freeze-dried ice cream is actually really tasty. I took it on a backpacking trip once. That's a good idea. It's never a bad call to bring freeze-dried ice cream. This kind of looks like it, except I'm kind of, just imagine pouring out your cereal and that thing just plops out, splashes milk all over the place. I mean, it's probably the density of a neutron star, so it probably went through the bowl, through the counter. It's still burying its way down to the core of the Earth, and when it hits, in a few thousand years after it slowly makes it there, the Earth is going to destabilize and probably go supernova, because that's what things can do that aren't stars. So be careful, this thing, it's about to be bad. What the doctor does during your appointment. Expectation. Listening, talking, examining, testing, diagnosing. In reality, typing. This isn't, I haven't really experienced this. So I guess, yeah, well, no, to be fair, no, they do some typing. Be interviewing you, sitting at his desk, and like doing some typing. Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. I don't know, my expectation during a doctor's office visit is that waiting will just encompass all but the teeny tiniest sliver of the entire circle. So I guess if you remove the waiting part, that's what this is. This is that tiny, teeny little sliver that otherwise you wouldn't be able to differentiate between the proportions of everything, because the rest of the entire forking circle is waiting. But otherwise, you know, everything's on computers nowadays. Entire medical history is on computers. They know everything about you. To be fair, it is the same pool. The latter is just shot less creatively. Our hotel pool in Vietnam, booking.com versus reality. We've been done there. I mean, it has a view, I guess. There's a lot of lighting that's kind of reflecting off the glass, so you don't get to enjoy the view as much. You know, it's just clever photography. Instagram has ruined everything. My hopes and dreams were shattered when I found out the water at the gates of heaven is actually just a piece of glass under an iPhone. It's not really like Instagram ruining everything. That's just photography techniques ruining everything. Yeah, I guess Instagram has had us looking at maybe more photos from people in places we didn't otherwise know previously than before Instagram happened, but People were fudging photography long before Instagram ever existed, all right? You never before Instagram when you were a kid did the thing where you reach out your hands, okay? And you have someone standing way back in the background so it looks like you're carrying the person. You can do a whole bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, using the iPhone glass reflection technique. That's also another clever approach. This is cool stuff, all right? It's not Instagram's fault. As much as there are things to gripe about with Instagram, I don't think trick photography is one of them. My son chose a hoe cake from Pinterest. My attempt is on the right. All right, I mean, obviously, I knew by the title of this thing that it was gonna turn out well, okay? I mean, obviously, your son chose it from Pinterest, was really probably dedicated to the idea, like, I wanna make it look as good as this one, mommy. And then you're not gonna post a failure here as a result of that. That would just sound sad because your son probably really wanted this. So of course it's gonna be a success. Good job, you did it, did good, but I want more failures, all right? Stop doing things well. Stop. When you trust Aliexpress, what I ordered, what I got, it's not that far off. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse, couldn't it? Yeah, I mean, that the ears might be just ever so slightly out of shape, and it's got not as much differentiation between the head and the body, but I don't know. How much did you get it for? Probably like $2, right? At that point, you kind of just got to take what you get. I would, at $2 for a Pikachu thing, I'd be like, you know what? If I get anything more than just a fluffy yellow ball in the mail, I'll consider this a success, okay? I ordered an alien mask. Here, the first one looks like way too claustrophobic. I wouldn't want that first one, because that thing straight up, like, if it came like that, that'd be all the way over your head, almost like something you would use as a prosthetic and you'd blend in with makeup, but you're in there. There is no ventilation. Now, we then took it from one extreme to the other by it basically just being a bag that you drape over your head. You know, at least with this situation, you've got a little bit more breathability there. So they were going for the practical element, even if it sacrificed a bit of the realism. But who are you to know what an alien looks like? Maybe this is actually what an alien would look like. It would have a droopy face because whatever environment it has evolved in caters more to a droopy face, okay? Don't judge aliens. Give me the diamond. Why did they make it red? Was this supposed to signify like blood diamonds or something like that? The person cutting your hair, like, it's a pretty hardline stance against diamond mining, and was like, you know what? You're not gonna see it because it's on the back of your head. So I'm just gonna take my liberties here, and there you go. You know, it's like, why do you even bother? Why do you even bother to task me with this stupid stuff when your hair is gonna grow out and hide it within the next 2 days? All right, it's completely pointless. Stop giving me these novelty haircuts to do. I'm gonna start charging $100 for them, and you're gonna get to appreciate it at $50 a day until you can no longer see it. I'm calling the police. It's badly done. We'll give you that much, but it's got a lot more protein in it than some other examples. But yeah, dude, it's always the worst when it's like they didn't cut the bread all the way through. Honestly, it's like if you're just gonna make a sandwich like that, cut the bread all the way in half. I get it. Sometimes the thing to do is to have it so that the bread roll stays connected at the back. You don't cut all the way through. But then you get stuff like this happening, where it trends to one side and you get all the mayo and mustard all over the place on one side. No, just even it out. Just even it out. It doesn't need to be a hot dog sandwich. And open the thing up all the way, and then we will avoid this situation. All right? Please, just open it. Just open. It doesn't have to be a hot dog sandwich, all right? Arbys expectation versus reality. I see a lot of horror pics. Canadian Arbys delivers. Oh my God, that's a lot of protein. That's actual insanity. What the? I don't think I could handle that much meat. That's too much. The proportion of meat to bread is too significant. Like, I can appreciate a place that loads on the meat, but whew, that's too much. I think it's a little bit. I think it's too much. I mean, whew, God, like that's, you expect that from like an authentic New York deli. That's even maybe more than you get from an authentic New York deli. Like, that's going ham, and that's from a fast food place. Arbys, delivering. The madman. I've never actually been to an Arby's, but I mean, this tempts me slightly. Although I might have to be like, can you get like slightly less than this photo? Don't go all the way. I appreciate the gesture, but like, just, I want to be able to bite it. Wife's request for a wedding cake. No complaints, really. I'm glad that your wedding cake turned out as requested. It would have kind of sucked if it didn't, right? I would imagine that the majority of wedding cakes, if ordered from a professional wedding cake making place, probably turn out okay. Like, did you expect it was gonna be terrible? Do you really expect your wedding cake was gonna be terrible? No. No. I'm mad because it's good, but it should be good. Okay? They need more failure. For my daughter's 5th birthday. Obviously, this was gonna be good too, because it's for... You're not gonna screw up your daughter's 5th birthday, okay? I'm tired of these things. They're for a special occasion or like a monument time. Like, she made it to 5 years, okay? It's gonna look... You're not gonna post the failure. You'd be too self-conscious. You don't want to share your failure and your daughter's 5th birthday with the entire internet. Yeah, I want some. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything today, which means I could actually afford the calories of this one. Maybe I will get something like it later. Maybe I'll eat dessert later today. It's gonna be glorious. I've never cried harder in my life. Wait, is this something? It almost looks like this would be the packaging if it were available in a grocery store. Is it? Or is that the marketing that is in the store and then you order it, then you get cheesy rods? What is the name? Rods. I don't know why, but rod is like not a word that I associate with edible food. Who came up with that? It's just not a good name. I'm sorry, KFC, but cheesy rods doesn't make me think, oh, it's chicken. It's fried chicken on a stick with cheese on it. No, it just makes me think you like dipped a metal thing in cheese. And like, that's it. That's it. You like cheese? Well, cheese tastes even better if you're licking it off a pipe. All right. No. I don't, no. That's a no for me on that, KFC. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Trying to cook the cover of a magazine. Now, when you phrased it that way, I was half expecting for you to actually have had a before, which is the magazine, and the after, which is you have cooked the magazine. And I'm really disappointed that it's not that. I was expecting a short post here, which would have been pretty glorious. Trying to cook the cover and it's to cook the magazine. That would have been great, I think. Deserving of probably the #1 spot, so I guess it makes sense because it's not the #1. Yeah. Okay, you did a good one. It looks good. All right, looks like, oh, somehow you get it. Oh, what is it? Boudin's Bakery at I know it's not just at Disneyland. It's an actual thing that exists outside of Disneyland, but at California Adventure, I think it's Boudin's Bakery. Oh my God, their bread bowls are the best thing ever. You can get like a clam chowder in a bread bowl, or you could get, I usually get like the Chinese chicken salad in the bread bowl, and then you get to eat the bread bowl. I can't finish the bread bowl. It's a big bread bowl, but it's the best bread. I like have to go. That's where I have to eat lunch at Disneyland, is at the Boudin's bread bowl. If you're going to California Adventure, oh my God, just do it. Like, this isn't even sponsored. It's just like, oh my bread. Oh my bread. I love bread. My drunk girlfriend tried to draw me. Is white wine underneath the date like the that's what you were on at the time? Like, every image comes with another subtitle, like sober, white wine, couple of vodka cranberries, old-fashioned, edible. Like, we gotta just make sure we're tracking what's been ingested when each of these drawings are done. It's pretty. Where did the fur on the bottom come from? That's what I'm curious about. I'm not seeing where this furry bit is located. You applied some Yeti where the Yeti wasn't. Are you imagining hair? Is that what you want? You're drawing your ideal specimen. You wish there was a bit more hair going on down there. All right, grow it out, dude. She wants it. And the top, handsome. Billionaires in movies. Billionaires is real life. I mean, okay. Let's look at this in an objective fashion, okay? Generally, the longer that you are alive, the more wealth you will be able to accumulate. Therefore, more people who are billionaires are older, because it's harder to accumulate that amount of wealth younger, unless, well, there are certainly people who do exist, but, you know, it's harder. So, most old people, not gonna look like a Hollywood actor in their 20s, 30s, 40s, right? So you know, it almost turns out that this makes sense. On the other hand, though, there are certainly billionaires in the world that are on the younger side, and they probably have the means to take care of themselves pretty well. So I would argue a billionaire on the younger end, you'd have two ends. Probably have someone who is just, they have so much money that they just don't care about how they look, because they're like, I don't care, you judge me all you want, I'm also a billionaire, so well, it doesn't matter. Or you'd also have the people who are like, well, I have all this money, so I have the means to pay for the food, pay for the people, pay for whatever it takes in order for me to look nice and presentable. And also, obviously, they hopefully go to the gym. That's on them. But all the food, the other stuff like that can be paid for. So probably goes from one to two sides. Yeah, either way. And then potentially as you get older, you're just like, I don't care anymore. So, yeah, you know, it happens. I'm sure when I'm old, I'm gonna just be like, I don't really care how I look anymore. It's just kind of past that threshold of like, it doesn't matter. So, you never know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching the last month of Expectation versus Reality. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch any more of these videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and if you want to listen to the music in the background, link is in the outro description over on Mariya Music. There's bit my tongue saying that. I'll see you next time.